Yo, this might be the first time that I actually edit a video for this channel. I've realized that I have to think in terms of the way the market moves. Like I go through periods of like finding a thing that I think is the missing piece to the puzzle. But inevitably it takes me away from the reason and the way the market moves. I had this thing of like just recently talking about I need to follow just the most recent leg of price action and follow the leg, which makes sense because I'm going with in time with order flow. But it's not the only thing. Then I was thinking, I need to only take the perfect AMD setups. Okay, it's good, but it's not the only thing. Then I was like, just sweeps. Nothing that closes past. I need a liquidity sweep, which is good as well, but it's not it. All of those things combined helped. Drawing liquidity helps. Fair value gaps help. All of those things help. But the thing that combines them all together is thinking in the way that the market moves in three stages: accumulating, manipulating, and distributing. And from this backtest that I just did, whilst thinking about those stages of the market, I felt really way more confident in taking trades. I felt like I was spotting things. I felt like I could flow with either side of the market. I did take losses and that, but with that in mind, knowing, okay, I'm looking for accumulation, manipulation, distribution, but not this perfect model of it that I used to think that I had to do. It's more looking for the manipulation and distribution because accumulation is just accumulation. But yeah, I just wanted to say that and then go into this video and also say that now I understand a bit more how Dodgy just flows with the market and just constantly takes 1 minute setups because he's looking for those areas where prices builds up and then waiting for a reaction because there's like he always used to talk about bullish close and like I'll take it if it closes strong, like, and I'm like, okay, I get it, but why? But now I get it because if price comes this way and then comes straight back up that way strong, you know that it was a manipulation. So really, like, looking for those manipulations is gonna help frame your trades, but not just that. And I want to be clear with that. I found this thing that works by saying, okay, look for accumulation, look for the manipulation, look for the distribution. The manipulation is sweeping liquidity, so it needs to take enough liquidity to be classed as manipulating past liquidity, and then the distribution needs to be coming back up into that range, inverting a fair value gap back into that range. And I'll show you an example of that. I don't know if it's still open, my thingy. No, but I'll go straight into the example of that now. Alright, so real quick, what I'm talking about here, this is the image that kind of helped me realize it just now. So this is just a 1 minute time frame, and you know, trading IFVGs. If you everywhere you look, there's IFVGs. Like they're everywhere. Fair value gaps are everywhere. IFVGs are everywhere. This trade here, from price coming up and down, was a trade that I was looking at. It was like, okay, there was a lot of liquidity to the left here and a fast reaction up and down, which screamed to me manipulation. So that was one of the trades I was looking at. But then here, honestly, I was looking for shorts because of this manipulation here. I was still looking for shorts to come lower, but it didn't. Right. But then it made me realize, like, looking at this from both sides of the coin, we got a low there, lows, loads of lows, and then a fast move down, and then a move straight back up. The only thing missing from this was that it wasn't a super fast return off. It was like down and then up. But we never even got close to this manipulative low here. And if you look, once we came back up above this, taking all this liquidity here, all of this is technically accumulated, even though this is a different move to this. Like this has gone up, blah, blah, blah. This is still an accumulated low. All these lows have still accumulated. This was the thing that I used to get wrong with my last AMD model. Like, I used to think, it has to have equal lows both sides, otherwise it's not AMD. Well, that's bullshit. because this is still all these accumulated lows. These people who have took long here are still in this with their stop losses here. There's still stop losses here. But yeah, anyway, this was the one that I took short, and when I took it, I was like, I'm not sure about this. The reason I wasn't sure about it is because, actually, in hindsight, where's stop losses here? We got to think in terms of why the market moves and where the market moves to. And realistically, if you're gonna put a stop loss in this leg here, thinking it's going down, you're gonna put it here or here. So why, seeing that inversion, would I go short there? But same thing here. Look, imagine there's bare stop losses here. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, manipulated, straight back up, distributed through it, strong candle. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, waiting for the actual movement of the market that makes sense. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution makes so much sense to me. Like, so much sense. So I need to think about it in terms of that. Waiting for strong liquidity to go. Like I said, this one I had a short bias, but like seeing this, even this, look, boom, that swept that low, come higher. It's a strong low. It's a clear low. It's an obvious low. It's the same reason Dodgy says look for obvious fair value gaps, because it's the same thing. It's what market participants are searching for. Strong highs where you think, okay, it's not coming back past that. Strong lows, it's not coming back past that. But yeah, this is it. And without further ado, I'll go into this backtest. With this backtest, I did start off a bit shaky. Took a few losses and stuff like that, but it made me feel confident even though I was losing, because I was learning from the losses and being like, okay, I understand why that didn't go or whatever. But yeah, peace. Alright, what's up, peeps? It's been a big old day of trading today so far. Traded this morning, took a few losses, one break even, and then backtested, just kind of been up and down, just feeling a bit frustrated and not. But I have realised that I try and just crown one concept. I try and especially now that I'm been struggling since like the end of Feb. I've been struggling since the end of Feb, But what I've been trying to do is crown just one concept to try and bring it back. And I'm forgetting. It's like I'm forgetting the. I don't know, the reason why the market moves the way it does and stuff like that. Aligning time frames, focusing on drawing liquidity, which means manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And I think the thing was that my AMD stuff was, I was trying to find the perfect accumulations, like equal highs, equal lows on both sides, and like this kind of thing, just boom, 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 like that. And even though that's good, I feel like I can still find that better by just thinking of the concept of manipulation, accumulation, and distribution, like accumulating areas of liquidity, manipulating past it, and then distributing. And I think the manipulation is the most important part of that thing, because the manipulation is going to show you which. No, sorry. In fact, all of it's important, but the M and the D, because if the manipulation is then followed by distribution, then you know what the next draw on liquidity is. For example, manipulation, you would think would be that big wick here, followed by distribution, which would be this kind of gap, and then seeing, even though before this is inverted, seeing this gap hold, and give us new prices straight away is exactly what you're looking for. So I am gonna, I could trade this actually. I was gonna say I'll skip this, but I'm gonna trade it. Man, I've been blowing my nose all day. Okay. So then again, so we've got manipulation, accumulation is all here, accumulated or high, manipulated, and now we should be distributing to these lows, at least that low, maybe some of these lows. Right. And this was the thing before. I was like, I just need to focus on the one leg. Well, that's bullshit. Even though the leg is important to see what we're respecting and disrespecting right now, I need the whole bigger picture. I need the bigger picture, and then I need to focus on the leg. I need to go, okay, what's all of this? Look, market maker model. I don't really know exactly what that means yet, but I need to learn that. But it's just like curves, look. Boom. Okay, we come up, bang, that's manipulation. Here's our distribution. Now we get in. And then I guess it's just waiting for good prices to get in at as well. So again, we can see it. Look, accumulated, manipulated, distributed. Distribution because we inverted that. Again, distributed there, and then we came up, manipulated just to go lower. So I think it's that. And now we've got a draw on liquidity. Let's see if I can get in on a trade. Now we have a clearer draw on liquidity. And I'm just looking for manipulations again on these. Looking for a lack of intent to go higher, and then, a reason to go lower. So, right, we have swept all of this. So this could actually be what I'm looking for. It's a manipulation, and that looks like a distribution. Let's see. Do we have something here? Yeah, we do. We've got a little 5-minute gap. Just opened up. But that's going to be a nice little gap to see if we can frame a trade off it. See if it inverts. That's going to confirm our distribution. Still hasn't inverted. Okay, it's holding. So could we take a trade the other way now? Because technically, to me, this looks like accumulation, manipulation, not accumulated. We've manipulated this way. Boom, and we come straight back up with strong intent. So what if I took that as a trade, heading towards this high? Maybe I'm wrong side of the curve. Alright, maybe my stop loss wasn't in a safe place. Does it still go? I think it'll go. Alright, so didn't go, but now we get our 5-minute confirmation. So this looks good now because we've manipulated and we've respected these highs. So maybe that low could go. Can I get a move inside of this? Price action looking all weird and that. Alright, I clearly have no clue what I'm talking about. Alright. There was multiple places that I could have went break even there or scaled. Alright. That was just a little 5-minute one. But now, knowing that, we've just accumulated for ages inside of this. Yeah, I just took that loss, but it's minor. Let's see. Could we look for something in here? I was just gonna say we should expect a large displacement down now, which looks like that. Big manipulation. So I'm gonna get in this early. Don't know if this will work, but I'm gonna get in that early. Stop above that fair value gaps high. And really, I feel like I could target all the way down there, but we'll see. Might be able to get in for another trade here. Okay, I took quite a few lows. Probably would have took profit at these lows, to be honest. But let's see, we're doing the same thing again. So we've accumulated, manipulated, and now we're distributing. Should still be distributing to this low here. So let's see, is there a 1 minute model? Alright, it does hit, but yeah, maybe it's the momentum of stuff then, because that's ultimately going to tell us that it's a manipulation, isn't it? It's the same reason why a wick always looks like a good candle to get in on, because it shows no intent to go higher. Same as that, boom, back down. That's a strong what's it called, candle. Alright, fuck it. With the same concept, we're going to the next session. 3 o'clock. 1:30. This is gonna be New York AM. Still with the idea that that's a manipulation there. We took that. And now we've swept this. So we should be coming for this low here, which I probably won't be able to get in on. So let's see. Damn. Okay. If that's not building liquidity, then I don't know what is. So this looks like it's a fake move. This is going to be our manipulation. We've got highs here. So we're distributing quite high. Oh, we've also got a 5 minute gap here. So depending on the momentum off of this candle, we could potentially short that. Okay, I'm honestly, I would short that, because what, we took all this. Would I short that? We took all this liquidity for what reason? We manipulated in the way that I would hope. We've distributed and showed intent to come back lower, or a lack of intent to go higher. I would probably short this. Heading towards them lows. And then, because we put that in, like we put that in waiting for that to go. Alright, then higher time frame wise, where are we? Maybe this could go to this high now. Distributed, yes. Kind of showed a lack of reason to go further. We've inverted a gap there. Alright, yeah, that's gonna go to that high. So, okay, what now? We are most likely just building up some liquidity. Let's just wait this out and see where we're off to next. Could be this high. There's probably a lot of stop losses above it. Alright, are we gonna displace lower? No. Right, so we could be pushing higher now. We are showing a kind of a lack of intent to go lower after this. Did sweep quite a significant low. We're looking like we might invert this. Okay. So alright, we're back in a 4 hour. Okay, this makes more sense as to why we're up here now. So we're back in a 4 hour. So we're expecting this to hold. Took liquidity inside of it. So this looks good. This does look good. And we're now looking like we are slowing down. So let's have a look. We get our market structure shift. See if we can get a manipulation up here. With a nice amount of liquidity get taken. Alright, looks like we're heading lower and lower. Alright, this high looks interesting to me. I feel like we've just put that in. Alright, okay. So we actually manipulated this way. Ooh, okay, I wish I saw that. Feeling like we might come to these highs then now. I feel like I'm a bit late to get in on it. No inversions. We do come for the high. Do we take the high? No, we equal the high. So I feel like now we're still waiting for that high to come. That could be our manipulation. I would possibly take this. Feels like a manipulation to me. Equal highs above. Yeah. Now we'd expect a reversal. I feel like, or maybe not. Maybe we're just going to that high. Okay. Now what? I feel like we're running right through that high. So this actually might be a bit of a manipulation this way now. No, this wants to hold. Let's see. At the moment it's too early for me to take anything here. We need some structure. We need to build something. Do have a 15-minute gap. That looks like a manipulation. And that looks like distribution. And that looks like manipulation as well. Yeah, okay. We don't have a fair value gap here yet, but I think that will sell now. Again, it looks like a manipulation. Do we have a reason to go lower? Almost equal lows. We're up in this 4-hour gap. 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We've still got an hour left on that gap. $15 already did its job. That does look like manipulation. Accumulated. Manipulated. Maybe I'd wait for this gap to invert. I feel like I might miss this trade. Now we should go, because we've got what I thought was manipulation there, distributing. We are disrespecting bullish, respecting bearish. This should, I have no reason why this shouldn't at least hit this low, which we do, and then continue further. Okay, so manipulation. Just thinking about why the market moves the way it does. Accumulation, manipulation. Again, accumulated, manipulated, with intent to go higher now. Do we have any inversions? We do right there, which gives us even more conviction, because that actually held. So that could have been one of them right there. Would have went break even at that high. Alright. Okay. Right, okay. So all of that, we should be pushing lower to at least this. But we are holding this 4-hour gap as well, so we could just keep coming lower. But yeah, to at least that, could have took that inversion there as well, if I wasn't stuck on this other side of the curve. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, with the draw and liquidity in mind. Should go to that low, I feel like. Yeah. Could have maybe took that inversion. Not really anything there. Equal lows there. Alright, so now we're looking for intent again. 15-minute gap hit. Fast turnaround. Very fast turnaround. Would have went to that high. This could have been a good move actually, because very nice again. Accumulation. Right, I need to slow down this because I'm missing a bunch of shit. It is kind of just looking for the momentum of the candles as well, what it's saying to us. Manipulated. Not interested in that. It could go there. Alright. Alright, let's see what this says. "15-minute gap closed, 5-minute gap respected, equal lows." Don't see why this shouldn't go. It does. Probably would have been a break even. There was more conviction because even though we waited around there, that wick was a manipulative wick. This looks like a manipulation. Any reason why we're bouncing off this? Looking like we might invert that 5-minute. Inverted the 1, equal lows. Fast movement up. Bang. Dipped into it, bang, straight back up. I feel like we could take that to this high, maybe. Would I be right? No, I was wrong. Okay, don't get too lost in the sauce. Okay, this is interesting because I've just literally, I feel like that silly move there has just made me go, whoa, like, what am I doing here? I've just like, that was just a rushed move, thinking I could take every single little manipulation. That's what I got caught into before. So let's not do that. Let's go to the next session, start this fresh, and do that. Alright, this is looking good though. Hey Zuki. Hey Zuki. Alright, back to this. Straight off the bat, this short looks great. Off the bat. It really does. But we're going to wait and see if that makes sense. Still waiting for potentially these lows to come and get hit after manipulating higher. 4 hours still holding this gap, expecting lower prices. Inverted, waiting to invert this. This candle is 6 o'clock, so I'm not sure if we're going to get that yet. Big manipulation this way. Started some inversions. We do have equal highs on the 1 hour there, so we could expect the price to come back to there. Any reason why this shouldn't now sell off? 15-minute has respected and broke. We do look like we're accumulating a lot here. This does look good though. Manipulated under that. That 5 minutes holding. So there's our manipulation, but don't trust it at the moment, even though I very much want to trust it. Let's see. I do trust it, you know. Took internal there, swept, took internal there. I feel like on this 1 minute I could get a trade at least to this low, and then once this 5 minute inverts, I feel like we could potentially get a trade all the way to them lows. So I'm gonna put TP1 as these lows here and take this. Alright, I'd re-enter on that. I'd re-enter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this one closing gave me way much more confidence. Like, how often are you going to re-enter a losing trade? But to see that go bang, pause, bang, is a pretty strong movement. Plus now we've closed on the 5, so this could be a 2 to 1. It should hit. Don't think I'd move my stop to break even. I probably would now. As it's about to hit. Yeah, I've moved it. Great. You wouldn't really want to sit through all of that, but anyway. Alright, cool. Next one. I don't even mind taking that loss, really. I guess that as an entry wasn't the best. Possibly knowing that I should have had my stop above that high, but it is what it is. Cool. Next trade would be so nothing yet. We should possibly be coming to this low next. It's quite a reach, but let's see if we can generate anything here. I was just gonna say, imagine we get some manipulation straight back up this way. Man, do I want to take that? That's a bit of a mad move, really. I mean, if that doesn't scream manipulation, I don't know what does. feel like I should take it at least to maybe that high, I don't know. Is that kind of pointless? Or, okay, yeah, fair, I should have waited. I should have waited to see that respect. So re-enter now, knowing that that's just manipulated. Now I'd feel more confident in this. I'd probably break even now. Alright, so yeah, we just about got it. Okay. Cool, we should come for them lows. Another V-shaped recovery. Let's see, maybe coming for these highs here. Accumulating nicely there. If we can get a fast turnaround here, I'll take it. No. Wow, okay. I feel like I've woken back up to actually just trading the theory of why the market moves the way it does. We're just absolutely manipulating all over the gap, and when you think about it like that, it's actually so clear. Right now I don't have a bias. So I'm just gonna stay out. I don't think we've took enough liquidity for me to be jumping in anywhere, but we do look like we've got intention of going higher at the moment. So if we can get some manipulations lower, which did look like that, but no entry for me. Yeah, that was one. Okay, still nothing yet. I want to see more liquidity get taken. Right, there's your manipulation right there. Going back to there. Inverted that gap. Come all the way back up. Don't know if there's there's a trade for me here. There might be. On a 3 minute 11:09. We did invert that. Maybe I'll wait one more candle or two. Alright, that's obviously gonna come for this low at least now. Problem is I don't know where the entry would be. Or the stop would be. Maybe in this big wick here. Manipulative wick. To be fair, I could hold this for quite a while. Not that I'm in it, but it would give me quite a bearish bias seeing that manipulation. Alright, what is that about? Any reason? Did we come back to any gaps? Don't really like the look of that. I do like the momentum of it though. Would I take it just off momentum? Maybe because of this manipulation as well. Bang bang. We did disrespect all of that as well. Ooh, there was a move right there. Bang bang. I think I would take this. I think I would. Oh, okay. Maybe there was something I didn't like about it. I think it was the lack of liquidity taken. Alright, so why have we done that? Definitely taking this high now. Probably won't get a very good trade out of it, but let's see. I did.